think we felt like we were in the Philippines tonight and not in Abu Dhabi. So now I think you can definitely say a word to your fans.
Magandang gabi, mga kababayan. Magandang gabi, Abu Dhabi.
Alex Eala just walked onto stadium court in Abu Dhabi with thousands of fans screaming her name. The place was absolutely packed. And standing across the net, her best friend, her former doubles partner, someone she's traveled the world with, shared countless memories with, probably cried and laughed with through the ups and downs of pro tennis. And Alex had to destroy her. That's the kind of mental warfare most 20-year-olds can't handle. But what Alex did next is exactly why this Filipino phenom is about to be a problem for the entire WTA Tour. Let me tell you why this match was so much more than just another first-round win. So here's the thing. Alex walked onto stadium court at the Zayed Sports City International Tennis Center in Abu Dhabi to face Zeynep Sonmez. But this wasn't just any first-round match. This was her former doubles partner. This was her friend. And honestly, that makes it so much harder. Like, imagine having to go out there and try to destroy someone you genuinely care about, someone you've traveled with, trained with, probably shared meals and inside jokes with. That's the kind of mental gymnastics most of us can't even comprehend. But Alex, she walked in there ready to handle business. And the crowd? Oh man, the stadium was packed, absolutely full to the rafters for the final match of the day. You had Filipino fans who probably booked flights the second they heard Alex was playing, and you had Turkish fans there supporting Zeynep. Both of these players have some of the most loyal, most vocal fan bases on tour right now. But let's be real, the Filipino fans were the clear majority in that building, and the energy must have been absolutely electric. Now, before we even get into this match, let's talk about their history. This was the third time these two faced off, and Alex came in with a perfect 2-0 record against Sonmez. First time, 2023 ITF W60 NG Open in France. Alex won 7-6, 6-4 in the quarters. That first set went to a tiebreak, so you know it was tight. Second time, 2025 Lexus Eastbourne Open qualifiers. Alex absolutely dominated that one 6-1, 6-3. Like no contest. So Zeynep knew what she was up against. She knew Alex had her number. But here's what makes this matchup even more interesting. Both of these players hit career-high rankings this very same week. Alex at world number 45, Zeynep at world number 79. They're both ascending. They're both on the rise. And they both want it badly. Plus, Zeynep was coming in hot from the Australian Open, where she made the third-round first Turkish woman ever to win a match at the Aussie Open, by the way, and she beat world number 11 Ekaterina Alexandrova along the way. So this wasn't some pushover opponent. This was a player with momentum, confidence, and nothing to lose. All right, so the match starts and Alex comes out swinging. She breaks serve early and jumps out to a 3-1 lead. And I'm watching this thinking, okay, she's in control, she's dictating, this is her match to lose. But Zeynep doesn't fold. That's not who she is. She claws back and breaks Alex in the fifth game to level it at 3-3. And now you can feel the tension building because this set is back on serve, and anything can happen. But here's where Alex shows you why she's special. She doesn't panic, she doesn't get tight. She regains her composure and surges ahead to 5-3. Now she's serving on the set. One game away. And then she gets broken. Zeynep fights back to make it 5-4. And now the pressure's back on Alex. But you know what? This is where champions reveal themselves. This is where mental toughness matters more than talent. Alex steps up, breaks Zeynep for the third time in the set, closes it out 6-4. That's clutch. That's ice-cold composure when it matters most. If you're a fan of Alex like I am, you're probably screaming at your screen at this point, because that's the kind of grit that wins championships. So the second set starts and Alex is dialed in. Like, laser-focused. She races out to a 3-0 lead and you're thinking, okay, it's over, she's got this. But Zeynep's a fighter. She's not going to just roll over and accept defeat. She battles back to 3-2, making Alex work for every single point. And honestly, you gotta respect that. That's the kind of competitive fire that makes women's tennis so incredible to watch right now. But Alex, she shuts the door. She wins 3 of the next 4 games and closes out the match 6-3 in the second set. Total match time, 1 hour and 31 minutes. And the stat that really tells the story? Alex converted 6 breaks out of 9 service games. She was absolutely relentless on return. Every time Zeynep served, Alex was hunting, attacking, making her uncomfortable. That's not luck. That's not just having a good day. That's elite level tennis. That's reading your opponent's serve, anticipating where the ball's going, and executing the return with precision. At 20 years old, Alex is playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Now, here's what I love most about Alex. After beating her friend in front of a packed stadium, she could have just done the standard "I played well, happy to get the win" interview and moved on. But that's not who she is. Listen to what she said. "I'm so honored to share the court with one of my closest friends, Zeynep. I admire her so much, and she's really making waves in many ways. And our friendship goes beyond tennis, and I'm so grateful for that." Like, come on. That's pure class right there. She just handed her friend an L, and she's still showing nothing but love and respect. That's the kind of sportsmanship that makes you proud to be a fan. That's the kind of person you want representing your country, your sport, your generation. This is why Alex isn't just a great player, she's a great person. And in a world where so many athletes are focused only on themselves, that humility and genuine appreciation for her opponent, that's rare, that's special. Okay, so with this win, Alex earned a 2-place jump in the live WTA rankings. She's now sitting at number 43 and creeping closer and closer to that top 40. And honestly, the top 40 is just a checkpoint. This girl's ceiling is way, way higher than that. Think about it. She's 20 years old. 20. Most players don't even peak until their mid-20s. She's got years of development ahead of her, years of getting stronger, faster, smarter. And she's already competing with and beating players ranked in the top 50, top 40, even top 20 on good days. The trajectory is insane. Earlier this year at the Australian Open, she made her Grand Slam main draw debut and drew an absolutely massive crowd. Like, they called it an insane queue at Court 6 because Filipino fans showed up in droves to support their girl. The match didn't go her way. She lost to Alicia Parks in the first round, but the fact that she's generating that kind of fan support, that kind of energy, that tells you something. People don't just support great players. They support players who make them feel something. And Alex makes people feel proud, inspired, hopeful. That's a superstar in the making. So Alex moves on to the second round where she's going to face Alexandra Sasnovich of Belarus. And let me tell you, this is not going to be easy. Sasnovich is 31 years old, so she's got a decade of experience on Alex. She came into the main draw as a lucky loser after someone withdrew, but don't let that fool you. This woman just stunned 8th seed Paula Badosa, former world number 2, one of the most dangerous players on tour. Sasnovich is crafty, she's experienced, and she knows how to win. But here's the thing, Alex thrives as the underdog. She thrives when people doubt her. And after the confidence boost from this first round win, after breaking serve 6 times and playing some of her best tennis, I wouldn't bet against her. Plus, she's got doubles coming up too. Her and Indonesian player Janice Chen are taking on Leylah Fernandez and Kristina Mladenovic. Fernandez is a French Open doubles finalist. Mladenovic is a 6-time Grand Slam champion in doubles. That's an absolute gauntlet of a matchup. But again, Alex doesn't shy away from challenges. She runs straight at them. All right, real talk for a second. Why does Eala matter beyond just being a good tennis player? She's representing the Philippines on the biggest stages in the world. She's inspiring an entire generation of young Filipino kids to pick up a racket and dream big. She's proving that you don't have to be from the traditional tennis powerhouses the US, Europe, Australia to make it to the top. When she steps on court, she's carrying the hopes and dreams of millions of people. And instead of crumbling under that pressure, she thrives in it. She feeds off it. That Filipino crowd in Abu Dhabi, that wasn't just support, that was fuel. And the way she conducts herself with humility, grace, and respect for her opponents, that's setting an example for every young athlete watching. You can be competitive and kind, you can be fierce and friendly, You can win with class and lose with dignity. That's the Eala brand. And honestly, the tennis world is better because she's in it. Okay, so here's my hot take, and you can come back to this later and either roast me or crown me a genius. Eala is making the top 30 by the end of this year, maybe even higher. Why? Because she's got the game, she's got the mental strength, she's got the work ethic, and most importantly, she's got the belief. You can see it in the way she plays. She's not hoping to win, she's expecting to win. That confidence, that swagger, you can't teach that. Look at her resume already. Grand Slam Junior Champion, US Open Girls Singles title, Australian Open Girls Doubles Champion. She's been winning at every level she's competed at. Now she's on the main tour, and it's only a matter of time before she starts making deep runs at big tournaments. And trust me, Eala is gonna be great.